Sports Mail Podcast. Get your cold brews and hot takes.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Sports Mail Podcast. This is episode 2. We're recording on a Tuesday. This will drop on Thursday. Today is the Tuesday of the MLB All-Star Game, so we're going to get right into it with baseball. But before I do that, let me introduce who we are. I'm Shadow. There's Big Mo. I got Chinto, and I got Toño right here with me. And we're just ready to get into it. Like I said, we'll get into baseball. The MLB All-Star Game was today. Last night was the Home Run Derby, so we want to talk a little bit about that. Finally, a Dodger won. The Oscar Hernandez won the Derby. Let's give it up for him, finally. Dodger didn't choke. Dodger didn't choke for once, finally.
Surprisingly.
That's the first time ever it's been a Dodger.
First time ever there's been a Dodger player. We've had a few in there recently. Matt Kemp, Jock Peterson.
He should have won.
Mookie Betts. Jock Peterson should have won. We had Mookie Betts last year, I believe, and he couldn't hit anything.
He didn't do much.
Right. So, let's just get into it. Did you guys watch the Derby?
I watched parts of it here and there.
Same here. I didn't watch it.
I didn't really
To
watch
be honest
it.
with you, I didn't watch much of it. But
Same here. I didn't watch it either. Honestly, I feel like the Derby is a little overrated, a little boring at times. That's just my personal take. That's a hot take for you. I mean, the Derby, it is what it is. You know, I don't. It has too much. It has too much downtime for me.
Oh, okay. I enjoy watching the Derby more than the All-Star Game, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd rather watch the All-Star.
I like to see home runs, so that's. But I get you with the whole breaks.
They're not all home runs, though, and that's the problem for me.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I mean,
you know what?
The
I
good
heard?
thing is that they got the kids out because the kids were getting hurt.
Oh,
there were some kids there I saw yesterday. Yeah. The kids were running into each other in the outfield.
But you know what I heard? I heard like now with this new the new format.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people don't like it. That is whack. That's what I heard.
Oh, because the time clock? They took out the time clock?
No, there's still a time clock.
but there's a pitch count. There's
a pitch count.
Oh,
There's
okay,
both.
okay.
There's a pitch limit and a time clock. So for the first few rounds, I believe it was 3 minutes, 40 pitches.
Mhm.
Whatever ended 1st.
Whatever comes first.
Whatever comes
Oh,
first.
okay.
Yeah, but
I heard a lot of people hating it.
I mean, I'm not one of those people because I hated the All-Star Game regardless.
Yeah.
I wasn't a hater.
The
Home Run Derby. I'm sorry, the Home Run Derby regardless.
I don't hate the home run derby at all.
No, you enjoy it.
I enjoy it. I
Really?
enjoy the home run derby.
Really?
Like, I mean, obviously, well, like I said, I didn't watch it, but like that's because
You got things to do.
yeah, I had things to do.
Understandable.
But if I could watch it, I'll always watch the home run derby for sure. Like this, like Moses said, I think it's more fun than the actual All-Star game.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like it's more competition than the actual All-Star game.
No, there is.
There's
There
more
is.
competition. Yeah.
It's just for me, it's too much downtime. Like especially when they hit like the pop flies and stuff. You see kids in the outfield running into each other, hurting each other, trying to shag the fly balls. For me, it's nothing exciting for me personally. But I mean, obviously, I'm in the minority. A lot of people enjoy it.
I'll say this though, I didn't expect the Oscar Hernandez to win it.
To win, no, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I'm really
regardless
happy.
of how I feel about the
I'm
derby
really
itself. I'm happy he won finally. He went up against Bobby Witt Jr. from the Royals. Young player, exciting player. What does he play? Shortstop or
He's short.
shortstop? So
But
he's a very good player.
He's still coming up though.
Yeah,
He's
no, he's
good,
good.
he's
He's
young,
good.
but
He's
yeah,
gonna get.
I like watching him. He's one of the young
He was an All-Star this year though. Bobby
Yeah,
Witt, he was
no,
an All-Star
he's,
game.
he's still gonna get.
Oh, he
better.
is an All-Star.
He's an All-Star. Yeah,
Oh,
he's an All-Star. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be an All-Star to
Yeah.
be in the home run derby.
Oh,
Let me
right.
stop you right there because you don't.
Oh, no.
I think it was Adolis Garcia that he's not an All-Star, but he was in the Derby. Somebody, if you can look it up on the laptop, somebody
yeah?
was in the
Weird.
Derby. Yeah, and that's one of my issues with it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an All-Star to be in the Derby, which I feel you should be.
Yeah.
Any All-Star festivities, you should be an All-Star to participate.
Dolly's from the
From the Rangers.
Texas.
Rangers. Yeah.
Home run derby, but not.
And I think you're right because actually I think only two Texas Rangers made it. It was Seager and
And probably, well, no, probably not him.
no, it was somebody else. I can't remember.
But he wasn't an All-Star. He was just in the
It
home
was
run
just in the
derby.
home derby. But that's another issue I have with the All-Star game itself. Like, they have the rules set up where one player from each team has to be in the All-Star game, regardless of how good they're doing the team as a team or as a player.
Oh, is
they
that
want
right?
every team represented in the All-Star game,
Oh.
and I don't think that's fair.
I don't agree
to be
with
honest
that.
with you.
Yeah. I'm
So
sure.
to me, that's just taking a spot from somebody that's deserving.
Yeah.
I mean,
A team that has like multiple All Stars,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
just because you have to
represent
represent
every team in the league.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because then, like you mentioned to me earlier today, it cuts out on the players that should be. Some of the
should
players
be,
that should be in there, right?
Yeah, exactly. If your team's not doing good, then that's on you guys. You know, whether it's the owner, the GM, the manager. I don't want to put it on the players because they're trying hard every game.
Yeah.
But I mean, your team's not up to it, then you shouldn't be an all-star just
sure.
because you're in the league.
For sure.
Because that cuts down on players. That
Yeah, you don't come up on here. Adolis Garcia don't
He's
come
not
up
on the
Yeah,
all-star
yeah,
roster,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
See?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
no,
was in
no.
the Derby and he's not even an all-star.
Yeah, and that's, he shouldn't be in Derby.
No, that's how I feel about it myself. But on that note, I want to transition to the All-Star game that just happened today. It just ended a few minutes ago. The American League won again. There's no surprise on that, really. It seems like the National League gets spanked every year, which is unfortunate as a Dodger fan. I want to see the National League do good every year. Just not just the players on my team from the Dodgers, but just to win the game. Like, I know it doesn't mean anything anymore because it doesn't affect the World Series home field advantage, but still, like, let's win. National League, you have some good players. Let's get it done.
Or bragging rights.
Bragging rights. It's bragging rights.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't really care. Like they're just there to have fun, you know. Like they don't take it serious. That serious.
Well,
like how they used to back then.
Well, back then, like he said, it's because it used to matter, and that's what I used to like watching the All-Star game. That's why I like watching the Home Run Derby more now because the Home Run Derby, like you win the championship or whatever, you win the Derby. But when it's the All-Star game, it doesn't. You don't get home field advantage, so they don't try as hard. It's like I was telling Shadow earlier today. It's just for me, it's just watching the Pro Bowl game. It's nobody tries. They just don't want to get injured no more, you know.
Yeah.
But how do you guys feel about that? Like no more home field advantage.
I mean, I don't really care. I just feel like for them to be competitive, maybe give them like a bonus, money.
Well,
Maybe
okay,
say you give them 100,000 for the winning team each player. At least that makes it competitive because $100,000 if you give them some type of money, they'll be like, all right.
Do they? I mean, maybe they do.
Yeah, doesn't the MVP get like a certain bonus?
He gets I don't know about a bonus, but I'm sure he gets a car. Some Chevy
hardware for sure.
But that's just the MVP though. That's just the MVP.
Maybe
that makes them try harder at least.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but they already have cars.
These guys,
I know.
But I mean, also, like, it's got to be a good amount of money because some of these guys are millionaires. So $100,000 is a lot of money to us, but to them, it's a drop in a bucket. You know, like
like Ohtani, all these fools.
Yeah, I mean, these fools. Come on, man. Ohtani himself, you know, he's making what, like $70 million a year. Man, he doesn't need the $100K.
Well, he will in 10 years.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know that's
but
deferred money. But I just feel like I'm gonna disagree with you on that because I prefer it that it doesn't have to do anything with the World Series home field advantage because I feel like that's unfair. Because some of these players they're not going to make the World Series.
That's true.
Like brings me back to my previous point. They're on bad teams. Some of these guys.
That's true.
What does it matter who gets home field advantage because of the All-Star game? Like, I believe it should be based on the record, on your division, on whatever you did throughout the season, not based on one game in the middle of the summer.
Whoever has the best record.
Exactly. That's how it should be
in the whole league.
That's how it should be for the World Series. The All-Star game, I'm glad it doesn't mean anything anymore for World Series.
But do you guys know what the tiebreaker is for if you guys have the same record going to the World Series?
No.
I don't either, but
Actually,
yeah, I don't either. But
then
then that's where this should matter. If it doesn't matter, that's where the All-Star game should matter.
But I would think it would be like if they play head to head.
maybe it's
Okay, that maybe head to head, and then
and then like run differential.
Or maybe well, I know they do this in football. I'm not sure in baseball, but like if you have the same opponents.
Okay, yeah. Like in the conference and
right, conference
stuff like that.
Division record, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But back to that, it shouldn't even come down to like if it matters for the AL or the National League. Like it should just come down to like, do you really love like who likes losing? Do you get me?
Yeah, that's true.
For me personally, I hate losing. Like so. Why, like these guys, like
they have to try.
Yeah, like
who
wants to lose?
I'm sure they are trying.
Even if it's just a fun game, like come on, like we used to play in our backyards all the time, right?
Yeah.
And did you like losing?
Fuck no.
Did you?
No.
You? No, I'm pretty sure not. Nobody liked losing.
Nobody
so that's what I mean. Like you gotta have love for the sport, you know.
That's true. That's true. But you said love for the sport, and nobody likes losing. Now let me bring it to the next question.
Hold on. Let me get one more thing in there.
Go ahead.
But like they should try to do it like the NFL, where the Super Bowl, they have that set before the season even starts. Like they could do the World Series. They could try that and see how that works. And
Right, you're talking about like the venue, right?
like the venue, like the hosting venue. Every World Series,
every Super Bowl is different.
That way nobody has home field, you know,
right.
unless for
right.
how the Rams had to. They had to hear that.
Yeah, they got. Well, I don't want to say they got lucky because they earned it.
Yeah,
but it just happened to be they earned.
And then when they
were at home, when
that's
it was in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
you're right. That's a very good idea. We might have to talk to Rob Manfred about that, the MLB commissioner, and see what he has to. Hopefully, he gets back to us.
Send him an email.
Send him an email, a letter, or something. We might have to send him some mail to get it done.
That's right.
But I just want to ask you guys this: do you guys think MLB has the best All-Star game between the NFL, the NBA?
That's a very good question.
Well, I'll be biased because, like I said in the past episode, baseball is my favorite sport,
Right.
so I believe so.
You think so?
Even though in that, like I said, the home run derby is my favorite thing over the All-Star game, but I like watching MLB because also, for me, I think baseball is one of the hardest sports to play.
Yeah, definitely.
So seeing the All-Stars out there is crazy. It's amazing seeing the young talent.
No, you're right on that. Now I believe it is. Before I used to love watching the NBA All-Star game, but now it's just a 3-point contest. You know, they don't play defense anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to say that MLB does have the best, if not one of the best, All-Star games, because then you go into the NFL, and what is that? Flag football, touch football, basically. Once they start playing, because they're really worried about injuries. What do you think, Chinto?
How I really feel? I feel like the All-Star game itself really is the best in all of sports.
MLBs.
In MLBs is better than the NBA, than football, and hockey.
Well, football not even regular football no more. It's flag football now.
Yeah.
They do flag football.
They really do.
Even worse.
No, that's true. They really are doing flag football because they realize that it's non-competitive.
But I would like to say this too. At the same time, I know it hasn't been the same as past years, but I feel like the NBA All-Star Weekend overall, like not just the All-Star game.
Right, the weekend.
Yeah, just the weekend. I feel like I enjoy that more than for sure than the MLB. But the All-Star game itself, I must say I enjoy I love the MLB over any other sport, for sure.
Just the game itself, though.
Just the game, just the All-Star game itself. But like the events, the prior events,
right.
For sure, 100%. I enjoy the NBA more. Like even though the dunks are not as great as they used to. I'm
still tuned in.
I'm still tuned in. There you go.
Yeah,
I'm still tuned in. 100%. Yeah, and then the All Stars, the skill challenge, all that I think is more fun than the MLB. You could say undercards, I guess.
Right.
But for sure the All Star game itself, for sure the MLB is on top.
But you know what I like this year that the NBA did? That they went like how they did that Steph Curry versus Ionescu.
Oh yeah, the 3-point contest where they're merging the
obviously
NBA
Steph Curry is the best in the world in 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
Obviously, I thought he was gonna win, but yeah, she didn't do. She did.
hung in there.
Yeah, she hung in there.
She
I thought
was
she
better
did
than a
good.
lot of these other guys.
Yeah.
These other NBA players.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm with you guys. I think MLB has the best All-Star game, only because MLB, like you said, MLB is hard. It's a hard sport. It's hard to hit that ball.
It's very hard.
Coming in at 100 miles per hour sometimes.
I mean,
like
if you fail 7 times and win and succeed 3 times out of 10,
that's good already.
that's a Hall of Famer right there.
And now returning to Sports Mail Podcast.
Well, I'd like to talk about one of the young pitchers we have in the game right now in MLB, Paul Skeens. He's taken the league by storm. He's just he has 2 no-hitters so far up until like the 6th, 7th inning. So he's doing really, really good. He throws 100. He's with the Pittsburgh Pirates right now. He was the #1 pick out of LSU last year, and he's the first rookie pitcher to start the All-Star game since Hideo Nomo back in 1996, I believe. So he's doing some things, making it happen. I'll be honest with you guys, I was a skeptic at first. I didn't think he'd keep it up, but as of right now, he's doing really good, and he's shutting me up. I just want to know what you guys think of him. I'll start with you, Big Mo.
I really like him because I read back on his stats, and And his first game he ever played, he only pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. So his ERA was obviously inflated to, I have right here, 6.75 ERA.
Wow, after one start.
Yeah, after one start. So now after, I really don't know how many starts he has after that, but he has 75 games played, 66 innings, and his ERA dropped to 1.90. So, and I really I enjoy his strikeouts over walks. He has 89 strikeouts and only 13 walks.
Wow, that's really
so.
good.
I mean, yeah, this kid's amazing. Honestly,
He's really good. He's really good. I'm impressed by him. I wish he was a Dodger, honestly, but he's doing really good. I mean, to start the All-Star game as a rookie, that's crazy. I'm reading here that he had a scoreless outing in the All-Star game, so that's really good. What do you think about him, Chinto?
I mean, for him to be starting the All-Star game as a rookie, that should tell you enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, well deserved.
Yeah.
Honestly, well deserved.
I agree. He's got I believe it's a 6-0 record, so he has no losses. I think it's 10 or 11 starts.
Yeah, something like that.
That's crazy.
That's what I
6-0. I mean, he's really good. I mean, there's not much I can say about him. I mean,
like you said earlier too, well deserved. His last start, he took it up to the 7th inning with he had a no-hitter going.
Into the 7th
Unfortunately, they took him off for I guess
his pitch count. It's because he like I said earlier, he strikes out too much batters, which is a good thing, but that's going to raise up the pitch count.
Pitch count. So I got nothing but nice things to say about him. And
what about you?
One last stat I just want to say.
Yeah.
He has 89 strikeouts in his first 15 games, 12 games, whatever it is, which is most in the MLB since 1998.
Wow.
And then and the last one before him, I think he had like 94 in 1990. I forgot who it was, but I had looked it up yesterday.
That's pretty good.
And man, that's crazy.
No, that is.
That's some stats for your ass right there.
No, that's really good. It's too bad he plays on the Pirates. I think the Pirates don't have enough offense to keep it going. But we'll see how he does. So far, it's looking really good. Really, really good.
Well, I mean, you know how it goes. Like the best player goes to the sorriest team.
Yeah, of course. That's why they picked him number 1. So that was really good. Excuse me. With that, I'd like to transition into what your guys' predictions are for the World Series. What do you guys have winning it?
Oh man, I don't know. Philly's looking strong.
They're looking really strong.
I think Phillies. Obviously, I'm a Dodger fan. I would want Dodgers,
Right.
but Dodgers. I don't know. I feel like they're struggling right now. But Philly's the best record in the league.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
I'm gonna say this
I think Phillies.
about the Dodgers struggling. I feel like they have a lot of injuries,
That too.
especially to their starting rotation.
Yeah, but injuries are part of the game, though, so I don't want to put an excuse on it.
It is, but it's not the end of the season. What if they come back stronger than
Yeah.
stronger than before? You know.
But I'm sorry, but I want to stay with Toño. So you got the National League, and then
Phillies over who?
American
In
League.
the American League.
Ah man, I feel like right now it's looking like Baltimore though. Baltimore.
Really?
Okay.
Well, they're 58 and 38.
Yeah.
The Yankees are there too, but they've been losing.
They've been struggling.
Dog, look,
They had the worst record for the last 2 months.
they lost 17 out of the last 25 games.
Damn.
They won 8 games, so they're 58 and 40. But if they keep at it after the All-Star break like that,
Yeah. No, they're not going to make the
No, yeah,
they're not gonna make the
I
playoffs.
don't think
No,
so.
You're right.
And that's a division battle too.
Yeah.
I might add.
Yeah.
The Orioles and the
Orioles and
Yankees.
the Yankees.
but Cleveland Guardians, I mean 58 and 37, they're doing good too.
But then the division is kind of.
Yeah, it's really suspect. Their division is not that great.
Well, yeah, that's why I have them like right here. AL Central, they're gonna win the AL Central.
Oh, yeah.
I have them. I have Baltimore Yankees fighting out the AL East.
But one of those is going to probably make it to the series. What about you? What do you think, Chinto? What do you got in the World Series?
I'll be honest with you, not just because I'm a Dodger fan, but I still got the Dodgers
Yeah.
going. I still got the Dodgers going all the way, and I'm gonna say I got them going against the Yankees.
The Yankees.
Okay.
That'd be a dream matchup, bro, for the
Dodgers.
ratings and the fans,
Yeah.
too.
Well, hopefully we get our pitchers back.
Well, that's what I mean. Like we do have a lot of injuries, like to our mostly our starting rotation, right? Right now, Yamamoto, Kershaw. I mean,
Kershaw's will be back soon.
yeah, Kershaw.
Walker
he hasn't
Buehler.
played all year. Walker Buehler. We still got what's his name? The El Ricky.
The one you have the card for.
Yeah.
Gavin Stone.
Gavin
Stone. He's been consistent all year. Which is
Gavin
great.
Stone is there. He's playing. Bobby Miller.
Bobby Miller,
he's in the
Bobby
minors.
Miller.
He just got demoted
He
though,
came
so I don't know
back.
if he'll
He
come
came
back.
back. He
He's
did
back.
bad. He came back from that injury.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
exactly. He was injured, so he's trying to get his confidence back up, maybe.
Well,
But
the Phillies are the ones that demoted him, right?
Yeah, basically. But injuries aside, though, I'm gonna agree with you. I think the Dodgers will still make the World Series. Their team we're just too deep.
it's stacked.
It's stacked. They're gonna figure out the pitching once the injuries happen. They might make a trade or two. But I think it'll be the Dodgers in the World
I
Series
think
against.
so too.
I'm gonna pivot from you. I think the Orioles might be Dodgers Orioles.
That's a good.
And I'd like to see that matchups just because it's something different. You know, the Orioles haven't done much recently. And also the uniform matchup I think would be just great on screen. Dodger blue against the orange.
Uh-huh.
Which is our rivals too up north.
Exactly. So I would just like to beat the orange. What about you, Moses?
If you ask me if this was a 60-game season, I'd have the Dodgers.
But it isn't.
Okay, no, well, that's what I'm saying. If it was a 60-day season, I would have Dodgers, but obviously it's not. So
Yes.
I got the Phillies.
You got the Phillies against who?
I got the Phillies. I still don't know. American League is kind of up for grabs. Honestly, only between the Orioles and the Yanks. Both of them have been struggling as of lately, but I mean, if one of them could pick it up, whoever it is, they're gonna beat Cleveland Guardians and anybody that comes out the West. Honestly, I'm an Angel fan. I'm coming out the West, but the West is South look suspect. Seattle, Houston, whoever comes out of there. Houston don't look that strong.
A lot of mediocre teams with that. And
I
with
think-
that, we're gonna take a quick sponsorship break.
And now returning to Sports Mail Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Sports Mail Podcast. We're going to get into some soccer now. We got a special request to discuss the Chivas and our opinions. By our opinions, I meant Tonio's opinions. And let's see how are the Chivas looking so far?
Bro, not too good. The record, one time, one win, and one loss. They won today, which is a good thing,
But you are a Chivas fan, right?
yeah, I'm a Chivas fan.
Yeah.
I know I said last time I was in the fan of, I didn't have a team, but I do. But, you know, we don't have a forward. Chivas don't have a forward. They have Chicharito. Y'all know Chicharito.
It's a little washed.
Oh, that's man.
Too old. Too old. It looked like he's
Yeah.
struggling to run out there.
Yeah.
And they have Marin, a young player. He was playing good all last season, most of last season.
Right.
And they benching him for Chicharito.
Because of the name. Because of the name.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Do you think that falls on the coach?
Well, the coach is the one that sets up the team,
There
so
you go.
the squad.
So it sounds like they need a new coach.
Yeah, and they lost 4-2 on Friday against Tijuana. Well,
Cholos. Well, at least they won today.
they won today.
They won today, so that's a
2-0.
start.
So that's a start. That's a start. They're on the right track. Hopefully
Yeah.
they figure it out because Chivas, that's a popular team.
Yeah.
It's nice when they're doing good as well.
That's
Yeah.
not popular. That's the
That's the team.
the
team.
most popular
The most
team
popular team.
in Mexico.
No, you're right, you're
Get
right.
that-
No,
get
we
that on
got
camera,
it.
please.
We got it. Since we're on soccer, I want to transition to the finals this past weekend, which was Copa America and the Euros. Let's start with the Euros. I know Spain defeated England 2-1. I didn't watch the game, but I just want to say myself, like, I feel bad for Harry Kane. I'm a huge Harry Kane supporter from his days at Tottenham, and it just sucks they lost 2-1 to England. I just want to hear your thoughts about it. We'll start with you, Chinto.
Well, I'm gonna say this: Spain was, I mean, obviously, besides being the champions, they were the best team in the tournament. They won all their matches.
Yeah.
They won all their matches. Only took one overtime, only to win. And then let me shout out Lamine Yamal. Recently turned 17 years old. You know what I mean?
Before the final.
The day before the final, right?
Lamine Yamal recently turned 17 years old. Think about that.
Yes, he's young. Is he the one that plays for Barcelona?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. 17-year-old Fino.
Nice.
Still in high school.
Who
Still
had
in high
a,
school.
had a big impact on Spain, and he wasn't along for the ride. He actually put in work. You know what I mean? Like he scored, youngest player in the Euro Cups to score a goal.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's really good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had a bunch of whole assists.
Yeah.
So yeah, kudos to him.
Kudos to him, man. Yeah, my brother told me about him because my brother's a Barcelona fan, so he told me about him a few weeks ago. What do you think, Tonya?
Well, I mean, obviously, I had Spain to win it all.
Really?
I had the bet.
You had the bet, so you won.
Plus 825.
Let's say
To
25.
win.
And we're also a bets podcast too.
And
Don't
I
forget,
had-
you guys.
So let us know your odds. Tell us
Plus
your odds.
825, my odds.
No,
Plus
well,
825.
you had a
I had them to make it to the final at plus 375.
Mhm.
I bet both of them. And so that cash for me, so I was happy. But since the beginning, I already knew Spain has a squad.
It's a strong
like,
team.
Like even that's when I bet it before the tournament even started. But that final, it was a good final. Nico Williams with that first goal,
Mhm.
man. And then Palmer from England to tie it up.
Yeah.
I was already scared, you know.
Yeah,
to
of
lose
course.
my bet. I won, and then in the 86th minute, Oyarzabal was assisted by Cucurella. That was a sick play. If you watch the game, if you watch the highlight,
I did not
It
watch
was-
the game,
it
I'll be
was-
honest with you.
it was a sick play, bro.
But it sounds like the game I should have watched because
yeah, it was a pretty good game.
the game I did watch was the Argentina versus Colombia game. So let's get into that one. And that one, I mean, that was terrible. I watched it myself, and I thought it was a terrible, terrible performance for a finals game. I know they had a lot of controversy in the beginning at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Security
With
issues.
security issues, people were going in there, breaking in, going through the vents,
they just damaged the whole
damaging escalators and stuff. I mean, that was ridiculous.
They got postponed twice.
Postponed twice.
Starting time
Postponed twice.
So was it an hour and a half, right?
like an hour and a half.
It was supposed to start at 3, I believe.
I think it was a little later than that, but still, it was like an hour and a half. I think it was 4:30. It started like at 6 or something like that.
No, it was supposed to start at 3 Pacific time, and then they moved it up to like
It was at
To like
3? Really?
3:30, and then they moved it up to 5, I think, and then at the end they ended up moving it to 6:30
See, that's crazy. That's crazy.
because of all those fans.
I want to
trying
ask
get
you
in.
guys, as former soccer players, when a game is delayed that much, does that affect your performance? Because it seemed like it on the field. That was terrible.
Well,
That was a terrible output out there.
to me, yes, because they had already came out and warmed up.
Okay.
They were already warming up,
Yeah.
and then they had to go back inside,
Back inside and
and then back out again, and then back inside, and then come
That's
back out and warm up.
crazy.
Like that kind of like throws you off. But then again, they're professionals, you know. That's what
Yeah,
they're
they
out
should
there
be
to do.
ready. They
That's
should
what
be
they're out
ready.
there to do.
Yeah.
to
But
play.
even if they're professionals, like no matter what, like the nerves are still gonna affect you. You get me?
Yeah.
not just
So
that,
if
but they have their routine down.
Yeah.
So if you're warming up already, then they tell you go back inside and kick it basically.
Yeah.
When you come back out, you're not going to be as sharp, as ready to play. Because that game was, I mean, I saw it myself, and it was terrible.
Can I ask this? That how you guys said warming up, cooling down, warming up. Obviously, I think everybody knows Messi got hurt. Do you think that had any play with it?
No.
No.
Myself,
No.
I don't think so, because
Okay.
I watched the game.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that had anything to do with it, because
Well,
he was
Messi-
out there playing, still doing his thing.
Yeah. Man,
That was just I don't know if it's a freak injury or what, but I know people were complaining about the field conditions
Okay.
here in the U.S.
I didn't see the game. Did he turn his ankle or? Because I saw
Earlier in the game, supposedly he clipped his ankle or something. I didn't see it. Honestly, I felt like he was kind of. I don't want to throw it out there as a soccer thing that they flop, but he did roll around a few times, maybe too many times, 3 or 4 times. That seemed
He
excessive.
rolled around like a crocodile or what?
I mean, you know, just boom, boom, 4 times, bro. It was crazy.
But I did see his ankle.
His ankle was swollen though.
Yeah.
So after that, I shut up because I was talking shit before that.
'cause he wasn't even crying.
When I saw the
Yeah.
picture,
Do you like Messi or?
I do not like Messi. I
You
do
do not like
No,
Messi.
I do not
Okay,
like
okay.
Messi. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not a Messi fan. I'm not anything he's been on. I've never been a fan of. I'm a Ronaldo fan, and that's why maybe I'm biased. But once I saw the picture of his swollen ankle, I'm like, wow, he was serious. He was serious.
No, that shit.
That thing was huge, bro. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. No wonder he was crying. I would have been crying too. Most likely. But that game was terrible. Bad luck for the U.S. Bad luck for Hard Rock Stadium. And not only that, but Argentina didn't look too good the whole game. Colombia was dominating that entire game.
I wanted Colombia to win, but
So did I. As a non-Messi fan, I don't like Messi, you know.
I'm a Messi fan, but I wanted Colombia to win.
And I'm gonna tell you, non-biased, I think the two best teams in the tournament was Colombia and Uruguay. Those were the two best teams to me.
Yeah. But Colombia beat Uruguay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Semis.
because Argentina had
One
the
of
easier.
them-
Winner there was gonna be the champion.
Argentina had the easier schedule. You feel me?
But as somebody that watched the game, like Colombia they were dominating. They were just pushing the
Exactly,
pace.
exactly.
Argentina was on the defense the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, because I got the stats here. Colombia had a 56% possession over
see.
44.
And it looked like a lot more. When you watch it live.
Then they had 19 shots. So they 4 were on target compared to Argentina. 11 shots, 6 on target.
6 on target. Man, I mean, it's
They were just looking for that counterattack.
yeah.
Sitting back and then the
And
counterattack.
it worked. It worked,
Yeah.
honestly. It did work. They made a few substitutions that worked for them. So kudos to Argentina. Kudos to Spain. With that,
Well, just one last thing real quick.
sure.
Talking about Spain, Alcaraz too. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
Carlos
Carlos,
Alcaraz.
21 years old.
Talking
Oh,
about
Tennis.
Tennis.
And talking about tennis,
21-year-old phenom.
beat Djokovic too. One of the top players right now. One of the greats.
One of the
probably.
greats, really.
Yeah,
not
one of
just
the-
right now, but in all of
he's the
tennis.
all-time great.
Yeah.
But,
All-time
let's
greats.
be honest though. It was for a while. It was Nadal, Djokovic, and
Federer.
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 But
And-
Djokovic is
and they're
already
done.
up there in age two.
Exactly.
Djokovic is
So
up
they're
there.
done. They're
But
done.
regardless, respect to Djokovic because he just had surgery last month. Major knee
And
surgery,
he still-
meniscus
and
surgery.
He still made it to the final.
And he still made it up there. So, I mean, call it what you want. Call it the injury. Maybe the injury because of the age that he has now. But he was still up there. You know, I don't want to make excuses for him, but
Yeah, but
we'll see what he does in the future.
But
also.
honestly, he lost that game himself. I watched most of it, and he was missing a lot of easy shots.
Really?
A lot of easy shots, like that he should have made. But I mean, that's how the game goes. You know,
Yeah.
you win, you lose.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
That's it. Well, shout out to
I think it's
Carlos.
just yeah. Shout out.
Shout out to him. He did his thing. He won. With that, I want to move on to where we left off last week, actually. We left off on football. I know last week the video cut off, but we just did that on purpose just to leave you guys hanging so you can come back to watch us discuss this.
So with that being said, thank you to all you guys that are following us, supporting us. I appreciate you all your love. And
Definitely, we all do. If you have any requests,
any requests,
let us know. Like I said earlier, we talked about the Chivas. That was a special request. We can talk about any sport, any topic you guys want us to talk about, any team.
Post it in the comments. Like,
post it in the
subscribe.
comments.
whatever you guys want to talk about, we're all for it.
Yes,
Like
we
and
are.
subscribe as well.
Yes, sir. But football, let's get into the NFL. Let's get into it because there's a lot of
Let's get
stuff. Even though there's no games, there's a lot of rumors going around. Brandon Ayuk, he requested to get traded. You guys are 49er fans. You guys tell me what you think. Should he be traded? Will he be traded?
Well, it's easy. To me, it's
Let
easy.
me know.
I'll tell you, Brandon Ayuk requesting a trade tells me he doesn't care about winning.
Mm,
Straight up.
okay.
He does not care about winning
Why do you say that?
because
He might get traded to a winner.
he might get traded to a winner,
He
but
might. He might.
who has the best shot at winning?
There's
Who
a
has
lot
the
of- There's a lot of teams.
Let's be honest, bro.
All right.
I
Bro,
mean,
but he
I know Shadow will not be honest because he's a Raider fan, but
I mean, the Chiefs need a wide receiver.
They do. They do. Kadarius Toney's not catching shit.
okay. So since you said that,
Uh huh.
are they serious contenders?
Yeah. The Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
You said the Chiefs or the
Yeah, I
Raiders?
said the
No, he said the
Chiefs.
Chiefs. No, he said the Chiefs.
Oh,
And the
okay.
Chiefs are they just won the championship.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay,
saying, I'm
okay,
saying the
okay,
Chiefs need
my
a wide
bad.
receiver.
I heard the Raiders.
But do they have the cap?
See?
Do they have the
But
cap
wait,
space
wait,
to play what he
wait a
wants?
minute.
Let me just say this: even a Niner fan has a Raiders on his mind.
Let me just say this though:
Uh-huh.
do the Chiefs have a cap space?
That I wouldn't know. To be
No, they
honest.
don't. They don't have no cap space to get Brandon Ayuk.
Maybe not.
They don't. So I'm saying, Ayuk requested a trade to the Washington Commanders.
Was one of the teams?
No,
you
no,
approved. That's one
no.
of the teams you approved.
He,
You
didn't,
approved a few
he
teams.
just requested a
No,
trade,
no,
but
yeah,
he's been talking to
I'm
his
saying,
homie,
I'm saying
Washington.
that's one of the things he wants to go to, right?
One of them.
One of- yeah,
He
one of
approved
them.
a few trades to some teams.
What was the other one?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure, but I know the Commanders were up there.
The Commanders.
And honestly, I'm pretty sure he just wants to be paid.
Steelers
The
were up there.
Steelers are up there. The
Steelers
Steelers
were
need a receiver. But I feel like if he goes to the Steelers, I mean, for what? Like you said, you want to win? Who's their quarterback? They don't even know.
Who
No, but
who has the best shot at winning out of all the teams that he requested to?
None.
The
Well,
Niners.
no, but-
The Niners is. I mean, he didn't request to go, but that's the team he's on. That's the team that has the best shot at winning the Super Bowl out of all the teams that he requested.
So
to.
you think
Yeah,
he will
but-
stay with the Niners?
I think no. Yes.
You don't think
I
so?
think
Well, let me just tell you this.
No.
I don't know if you remember.
Debo did the
Debo
same
request.
thing.
He did the same thing.
Debo did the same. They signed
yes.
him.
Yeah, they signed him, right?
But they already have.
How much cap space do the Niners have?
Nah, they have a good amount. Not a lot.
Can they pay him though?
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, can they pay? Look,
Well, they're not gonna pay Ricky Pearsall. I don't know why they
He's
put
a
him in the
rookie.
injury list, but they still gotta pay him.
they don't have to pay.
That's not gonna.
Not a lot.
No, they don't have to pay him. He's under the rookie contract. I'm saying, Ayuk wants to get paid $30 million.
No, he's not gonna get 30
The
million.
Niners are
Nobody.
trying to pay him 26 or 28.
He might.
Get
He might.
I don't
He might.
think so. Unless it's
Any
a
team.
desperate team.
I mean, he is a baller. I'm not gonna lie, he's a baller.
I'm gonna just say this. He's from Vegas. You never know. You never know. I'm not saying we need a receiver, but you never know.
No, but you guys don't
He's
have
from
the
Las
trade. The
Vegas.
trade. The
I
trade.
ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at
I'm
that
not
as long
saying
as we
I'm
get
not-
some picks back.
We'll see.
Because
We'll see.
it has to be a trade.
Because-
But they don't. I don't think you guys have any.
Maybe not right now, but from what I'm hearing is that Davante Adams. There's a lot of rumors of him going to the Jets,
He ain't going to the Jets.
and I just want to shut that down right now as
Well,
a
his-
Raider fan.
His
He's-
agent already said.
Well,
I mean,
let me
he's
ask
not
you
going
this,
anywhere.
Adam.
He's not going
Let
anywhere.
me ask you this, Shadow.
Yeah,
Would you rather have Devontae Adams or Brandon Ayuk
Davante Adams
right now?
right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's
He's a
yes,
more proven commodity.
He is.
He's done it for longer. He's done it
Veteranship.
better.
But-
And honestly, he's a Raider fan himself. He grew up a Raider fan. He's Palo Alto, so I'd rather have Devontae. But let me just say this before we move on to anything else. Like, I'm sick of hearing of Devontae Adams going to the Jets. Straight up, like, he's not gonna go there. You know, if Aaron Rodgers wants to play with him so bad, he could have came to the Raiders.
But he didn't. Why?
And you gotta ask him. You know, but
You don't want to be in a losing team.
He was
and what are the
bad.
Jets? And what are the Jets?
Exactly.
What are the
Well, wait,
Jets?
well, the Jets had a losing record too, cause he got injured the first week, right?
Bro, injuries are part of the game.
Yes.
No, but
That's
listen,
exactly
part of
right.
the game.
But talking about Ayuk, Niners already had offers for I think I saw that I don't remember if it was Patriots or one of the teams.
The
but,
Patriots might want him too.
But the Niners already said we're not interested in trading Ayuk. So which is meaning they're still trying to come up with a deal.
That's
Oh,
all
no.
it is. To me, when I hear that, that means nobody's offered an offer strong enough.
And
But-
and not only that, but the Niner organization has leverage over Ayuk.
No, of course, like with Debo, they signed him anyway. So
Well,
they,
he's got
they,
one
they
more
might
year.
they might
Yeah,
still sign him.
exactly.
He still has one more this year.
But we do have a Cowboy fan. Maybe you guys need a receiver. What do you think? Would you like Ayuk on your team?
They got one of the best wide receivers.
Yeah, we got CD.
CeeDee Lamb, but that's just number one, though. I mean, you gotta have.
But Ayuk
multiple.
wants that.
He wants to get.
He wants that number one wide receiver.
So he doesn't just want the money. He wants the
Yeah, he would know.
targets too.
Yeah.
I feel like he wants the money.
He wants the money and the
Yeah.
targets.
He wants the money. No, he wants the money.
He wants the money,
Right.
and he deserves it though.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I mean the past couple of years he's been on top with the targets and receptions and the yardage.
And
the
that's
last
in the
2
NFL?
years. In his team,
On his team.
on his team.
But last week you mentioned the
Oh,
49ers
okay.
are on a pass first team.
Thank you.
Yes.
So him having the top targets on a run first team, does that translate to the
You
rest
have
of
how
the
many
NFL?
yards he had?
For last year,
Cool.
yardage he had Ayuk had 1,342.
So he
Oh,
crossed
that's
1,000.
okay.
How many?
No.
How many did CeeDee Lamb have?
CD, I don't. CD was first. I don't have
CD was
how
first, I
many,
think.
but CD was first. I
But-
really don't have. how many yards.
You guys talking about Purdy not throwing. If Ayuk got 1,000 yards, doesn't that mean he throws?
Well, I'd
Well,
like to
hold
see how
on.
many yards were after the catch.
Dog, but a lot of the throws to
Let me say this.
Ayuk, a lot of the throws to Ayuk are long.
Well, hold on,
Yeah,
because let me say this. On pass attempts, the Niners were last, Well, 491.
Are you last in the entire NFL?
In the league, in the whole league.
The whole league.
There were 32 with pass attempts.
Wow.
There were 27 with pass completions at 336.
Now that you bring that up, that the Niners were last in throw attempts, how does Purdy end up in 5th place or yards, or most yards in the league?
Well, that brings me to what I said. Yards after the catch, maybe.
That's what I was trying to get to.
You know it's hard to bring down Debo.
Listen to.
But that's a mind-blowing step for me right now.
Listen.
As the Niners being a good team as they are,
I
you're
just
telling
feel
me pass attempts with 30
Because let me tell you this,
32nd in the league. That's last.
27th, and he was last. They were last in pass attempts.
Who, the
and
Niners?
last in pass attempts and 27th in pass
Last.
completions.
that makes Brock Purdy even.
But no,
more
like he
impressive.
was saying though, you know Debo's hard to bring down. Same thing as George Kittle.
You guys.
How many times have they run through defenders?
You guys didn't let me finish.
Oh, go ahead.
Brock Purdy was number 1 in the league
In what?
in yards in the air over 20 plus yards in the air.
Completion
He has the
percentage
best
or?
completion percentage over 20 plus yards.
But if you're not throwing that much, it's not hard to get that percentage though.
Yeah, that's why, and that's what I
If
told
he's-
you.
If he's 32nd
No,
in
not
pass
percentage.
attempts,
Not percentage. Completions.
Yeah,
You
but
can switch
that's what we're trying to tell you.
Somebody switch that
though.
up.
No, hold on. That's what we're trying to tell you.
No.
He's not throwing too much, so that's why his average looks so good.
Bro,
I'm not talking about average. I'm talking about completion, not average. Forget the average.
Okay, his completions are good. I mean, he's a good passer,
I'm
but
only-
he's not passing as much. That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm only talking about 20 plus yards.
And all I'm trying to say is, okay, he's a good passer, but he's not passing as much.
Hey, but,
that's all I'm saying.
but for his first year as a starter, is that not good? Or second year?
No, he's good. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, he's not passing as much as everybody else. So if he passes as much as everybody else, would his completion be as high?
Well, what first year quarterback have you seen throw that much?
he's not a
Let's
first
see.
quarterback.
Well, second year. What second year quarterback have you seen throw
Okay,
that
but
much?
all I'm saying is he's not throwing much compared to everybody else because he's last in passing. He's last. So I mean, his average is good. I mean, he throws a dot. I'll tell you that. But he's not throwing as much as everybody else because he's last in passing.
Passing attempts.
Passing attempts.
He's last.
He's last in passing attempts.
So that
Passing
makes it
attempts.
even.
I mean, no. I'm telling you right now. He's good. He throws on the dot. I'm telling you that. But he's the last, so he's not throwing as much.
Okay, how does that not make him good?
When did I say he's not good?
No, but what's important is that he's making those throws. That's what's
He's
important.
completing them.
He's completing.
He's completing.
Which speaks to his receivers as well. His receivers are catching them, which
Uh-huh.
I think you guys should pay Ayuk
I think so too.
because
But
that's your security blanket right there, you know.
Yeah.
So I think I'm looking at it right now. 49ers passing offense showed efficiency in 2023, ranking 4th in passing yards despite having the fewest attempts. So that means he's completing at a high percentage.
I mean, who's still commanding the offense at the end of the day?
No, and I get that because let me tell you this:
Who gotta make the right reads? Who's making the right reads?
quarterback.
The quarterback's making the right.
Who has to limit their mistakes?
The quarterback.
The quarterback.
Mhm.
And on top of all that, we had a mediocre offensive line.
I don't know about mediocre, dude.
the only good
No.
one, the only
I don't
good
know.
one was
Okay,
was
so you
Trent
tell
Williams?
me
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams.
Yeah, you got Trent Williams.
He's
He's
not
the
The
top.
best.
He's elite.
One
He's elite.
and the rest.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
straight up.
49ers, good team. I'm gonna just leave it at that. This was nice. This was fun.
But let me say this: then this is why they don't want to pay Ayuk, because like I was saying last week, they are a run first. Because Debo, let me tell you something about Debo. He was 60 for 89, so 60 catches for 89 attempts.
Mhm.
But let me tell you something: he had 37 carries. That's almost as much more. That's more than half the targets he had, or more than the catches.
Carries.
I mean, more than half the
yeah,
carries. You
yeah,
feel me?
no, yeah, hell yeah.
And for those 37 carries, he had 225 yards.
Okay, well.
So, and you already know CMC, he was the second behind Derrick Henry in yardage. So, I mean, they run first. So, why they don't want to pay Ayuk? Because we don't need you, Ayuk. We're going to run first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it to whoever's open.
I guess
And we're gonna throw it to whoever's open.
Somebody's gonna be open with a
Yep.
run first offense. That's for sure.
And cause let me tell you something more. Hold on. Cause your number one was Ayuk. The number second was Kittle. It wasn't Debo. It was Kittle. So we already got George Kittle. We don't
But
need
that's
Ayuk.
because Debo is a running back too. He does running backs.
No, well that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying they run first. Wide receiver, hey, we're gonna give whoever's open,
we are running
and then our
running back.
security blanket is Kittle, because Kittle had over 1,000 yards as a tight end.
Well, let me ask you this.
He had
then,
over
Moses.
1,000 yards and only 65 catches.
Let me ask you this, then, Moses. Why was Brock Purdy only a few yards behind Dak Prescott if you guys are first the whole team?
What do you mean?
Like Brock Purdy was, I saw the stats, bro.
Uh-huh.
Brock Purdy was fifth in yards thrown, like throwing yards, and Dak was like third. Like Brock Purdy was only like 100 yards, a few hundred yards less than Dak Prescott. So tell me, this was Dak Prescott threw way many more passes than Brock Purdy. So why did this one only have a few more yards than Brock Purdy?
Because Shadow said, it's the run after the catches. Because let me
Yards
tell you
after
this,
the catch.
Dak was fourth in attempts with 590. And
Y'all had the best receiver, right?
no, we didn't.
He was. He was
You
the
have
best.
him. You have him over Hill.
He
Because
was.
Tyreek Hill was number one.
I have him over Hill, bro.
Let me
Oh,
just
okay,
cut you guys off right there. That's a nice debate. We'll continue this next week, maybe in 2 weeks when we hit the Oxnard training camp for the Cowboys. This was fun. You know, it's fun as a football fan to get into it with your teams and stuff. We're all passionate about it. You know, I would love to argue with you guys about the Raiders, but we just don't have enough time today. We're gonna hit that next week.
And let me not mention the offensive line for the Cowboys, which they have one of the top.
Top offensive lines.
Yeah.
One of the top offenses.
Well.
Dak Prescott is efficient himself.
As the season gets closer, the NFL season gets closer, we're
It's
gonna
gonna
talk
be fun.
more and more about football.
football.
So
But it's gonna be fun.
We'll have our
I'll just say one
conversations.
thing about Dak Prescott: you gotta pay the man. You gotta pay the man.
We got to worry about paying Parsons' CD first.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what it is. With that, we're gonna end this episode of the Sports Mail Podcast. We had fun. We hope you guys had fun watching. And we're for sure gonna get it in next week again. Please tune in, like, and subscribe. We're here every Thursday when we release. Put it on the webcams for you.
on YouTube.
YouTube, Spotify, all that. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Tell your friends too. They like
We're out.
sports.
And thank
Shout
you.
out,
guys.
shout out to the barber that let us borrow the line.
That's right.
G2 cut underscore it.
One more time.
G2 cut underscore it.
Where's he located?
Pasadena, right on Lake and Merritt.
That's it right there. Good looking,
Y'all need a
everybody.
cut, go hit them up.
G2 cut underscore it.
We're done.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Fuck.
Thank you for watching. See you guys next week. Salud.